Got the Weber. I'm smoking a beef roast and a pork roast. We're going to be cooking a Brunswick stew. So let's get with it. Okay, we're cooking the Brunswick stew today, and I'll show you some of the ingredients here. Of course, you have your basic ingredients, which are beef, pork, and chicken. And also, you have tomatoes. I got some canned tomatoes here from my sister, and I went ahead and bought some corn. So, tomatoes, corn, with that, and then a mix of other ingredients is ketchup, some hot sauce. You can use whatever kind of hot sauce you want. Worcester sauce. I like to use a little tomato paste. I put a dash of liquid smoke in there. Of course, some vinegar. Some of the things not shown here are salt, pepper, butter, things of that nature. But that's the basic recipe. I do have a very specific recipe, but since Brunswick stew is such a subjective topic around, I know up around Virginia, Brunswick stew is completely different, and it's considered wild game stew. But here in middle Georgia, a stew is your basic three meats: beef, pork, and chicken. No squirrel, no wild game in it. Okay, back out here at the Weber grill. Like I said, I got the pork roast and the beef roast on there, but I am cooking it with some hickory chips to give it an authentic, genuine smoke flavor. Doing indirect cook method right here. Now, usually when you cook stew, you cook 12, 15, 20 gallons or so. But today I'm going to do about 3 to 4 gallons. Y'all might have seen the video where I was seasoning one of these pots. I think I did season this one, or one a little bit bigger, my 20 gallon. Anyway, this is a small pot, and it's just perfect for just cooking a small Brunswick stew, but you still get the benefits of the cast iron. We boiled it. We're gonna need to let it cool off, and we're gonna break it off the bone, get all the chicken off the bone. Then over here, we took in I pressure cooked part of the beef. We smoked about half the beef. Then I pressure cooked the other half. We're going to cut that in small pieces too. And then I've got the pork one that's out there on the Weber grill. We're going to get it all cut up into small pieces. Chicken off the bone. And everything is going to go through the grinder. We'll be showing that just directly. We got our smoked meat out here. The beef and a pork tenderloin is going to be going into the Brunswick stew. So there it is. It's done. So we're going to take off and let it cool. Okay, got the meat in here cooling off. Chicken's cooling off. We're going to keep our chicken broth. It's going to be the base of the stew. Got a little bit more beef over here that we pressure cook. So there we go. Got all the meat ready. Just letting it cool down. Okay, we're done grilling. We got pork and beef, chicken, and some pressure cooked beef. It's all the meat. Got it cut in small pieces. Getting ready to go through the grinder. Okay, here we are. Pot's ready. Got my chicken broth over here. Got the meat that we cooked. Vegetables. We're fixing to put this through the grinder. Everything goes through the grinder. There's the setup. I'm going to take and start out with a chicken broth that you started with once you boiled your chicken in. That's your base. So, pour about 2/3 of it in there. Okay, you want to start out and have something to put everything in. Okay, so you might not have a fancy grinder like this right here, but if you don't, you got one of those hand grinders. Whenever you're putting your meat in, just make sure you put some of these vegetables in with it. That'll help lubricate the machine and help you to reduce the friction. everything blended in there pretty good. Fixing to put the heat to it. Start adding our other ingredients. Okay, we got our base in there and our chicken broth in there. We ground up all the major components: pork, beef, chicken, tomatoes, corn. We put our chicken broth in there, and we're gonna bring this up, you know, to a simmer. Then we're gonna start adding our other ingredients. Okay, I'm gonna add this. Once you start stirring this stew, you cannot stop stirring it. You go along the bottom contour of the pot, back and forth. Do not stop stirring it. You get that corn in there, and if you put sweet corn in there, it will scorch. And if you scorch it, you're ruining the stew. So once you start, do not stop until it is done. And even when you turn the heat off, you keep stirring it for a little while longer. Very important. Okay, the basic stew is getting really warmed up. I had to go back and add onion. I forgot to show you that, but you want to put some onion in there. Some people say no, some people say yeah. Well, I say yeah to onion. Just about finished. Just about finished. I'm gonna keep stirring it. But yeah, you want to have a good thickness to it. You know, you don't want your spoon to fall over it. It'd be too soupy, but you don't want it to be too dried out either. That's about just right there. Okay, we're gonna let it rest here for a little bit, cool off, and we're gonna dip it up. That's the Brunswick stew, Georgia style. The pot sitting here, and let it just kind of sit in this pot and just cool down for a little while. And then we're going to tub it up. Okay, but we are done. Stew is completed. Turned out really good. Got the grinder parts, cleaning those up. Got everything tubbed up. Minus about a bowl that we ate. It made right at 3.5 gallons. Each stack you see right there is a quart. Each row is a gallon. 3.5 gallons. Brunswick stew. There you go.